Hello, this is a tutorial to learn the song Maytime, song number 2 in Suzuki Cello School number 2, book 2. So if you've just completed long ago and the variation, now it's time to move on to song number 2, Maytime. This song is the first Suzuki song that is in 6/8 time. So if you don't know what that is, I think you'll probably catch on rather quickly. 6/8 is the time signature. And we've really only played songs in 3/4 or 4/4 time. 6/8 means 6 beats in a measure, but the beats we're counting are eighth notes. So it's kind of like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a tricky part of the song, and I think it's the main thing that we're going to be working on, is getting to be able to play in that time signature. I'll play it for you and see if you can feel that 6-beat pattern. There's one up bow or a little note before we start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that this little up beat is going to be on beat 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because where is that 6th beat? Remember that we had it right at the beginning of the song. So that first note and the last measure is allowed to be split in two like that. Okay, so hopefully you felt the beats and that there were 6 per measure. We have to talk slurs and hooks. We've got both in this. And I know you know what both mean, so I just want to point out that some notes you need to slur, like in the first measure. So I'm going slur, down, up, and then next measure, measure 2, we have a hooked bow. So it's the slurred marking plus the 2 lines above or below the notes. So we want to make those hooked, so we're going to stop in between. Another hook again in measure 3, and then a slur. This time you're slurring 3 notes, all on an up bow. And then we go 1, 2, 3. So if you see a dotted quarter note in this time signature, a dotted quarter note will feel like 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. A quarter note, which normally is 1 beat, now is going to feel like 2 beats. And an 8th note, that gets the beat. So if you see an 8th note, that is 1 beat. I think if I were you, I'd work on the first line until you're really solid on those slurs versus the hooks. And then I want to show you something when you have the rests in this song. There's something I'd like you to do with your bow that is going to help with these bowings. So let's try it again. We're going to go from the beginning. First line sounds and looks like this. Start with a push or an up. And it's just a little one, so we don't have to start way out at our tip. We're not even really going to start here. We can start about right here. Start somewhere in the lower third of your bow. So you can just make that little 8th note a push, and then you've got to use your whole bow for the next slur. Now, what I want to do every time I have a quarter rest in this song, it gives me 2 beats, and I want to pick up my bow and bring it back closer to the frog, because when I play that note, that dotted quarter, 1, 2, 3, in the 4th measure, let's see, you can't really see my bow. Okay, here we go. I make it almost out to the tip, but I don't want to stay there while I'm resting, or I'll get into some trouble if I keep going. And I will run out of bow. So what I want you to practice doing every time you have a rest in Maytime, it happens 3 times, except, well, there's a 4th rest, but that's at the end, so you don't want to retake your bow there. But the 3 times that you have a quarter rest, that you have another note following, you want to go like this. Rest, rest. See how I picked up my bow? I played that long note. Rest, rest. And I picked up my bow and I got closer to the frog. So I can do that little push bow again, that single 8th note push bow. Very important part of this song, or you'll just run out of bow. Your bow distribution will be all off. So I'll do it one more time. I'll keep going, and then that'll be the end of this tutorial, and I'll let you go on to practice this on your own. But certainly if you have any questions, get in touch with me, email, Seesaw. I'm always checking those, so I can always write back to you. Okay, so here we go. At the beginning. Up, down, down. Slur. 1, 2, 3, retake. And that's Maytime. Let me know if you have questions, and good luck.